Chillers with EKSE, Monday to Friday, we keep on learning every day. We keep it real Monday to Thursdays, entertainment Fridays. Just so you know, it's 5 p.m. we're going live now. Just so you know, till 6, don't touch that dial, go. Just so you know, it's 5 p.m. we're going live now. Just so you know, till 6, don't touch that dial, go. Youth Block of the Year, catch us everywhere. Hashtag line EKSE, kuzofiwa this year. Youth Block of the Year, catch us everywhere. Hashtag line EKSE, kuzofiwa.
Yay, yay, yay. It's a brand new week right here on EKSE Live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest, the baddest, the most hip and happening youth show in the Mother Lindsay. And I, of course, am the hostess with the most, Ulwandile Intombi Zulu. Ladies and gents, today we have such a full show for you. First and foremost, World Vegan Month is happening right now in November. So we're going to be talking about that and what it actually means to be vegan, or rather discussing more of veganism. Then after that, Justin Mayer's in the building to make sure that we are working out, making sure that you guys have no excuse, because we're going to be doing workouts that don't require any equipment, so you can do them at home. Right after that, we have Michaela, who is going to be serenading us with her beautiful, beautiful voice. Not only that, though, talking to her about what she has coming up in the future. Last but definitely not least, do you know your vegetables? We're going to be playing a game where I, of course, am the hostess with the most. I'm going to be finding out, do you guys actually know your vegetable? Right now, though, make sure you head on rather to our social media platforms. Let's find out what's happening with Kezia as well as Sivu.
Hello! It is a new week and it is the second last month of the year right here in the studio. And with it being November, every November each year, World Vegan Month is celebrated all around the world. And with veganism being here around for 78 years, it has been going from strength to strength to strength to strength to strength. And right here in the studio, joined by the vegan street food. We have Brady and Lee Connolly right here in the studio, who is going to be dabbling in what vegan is, where it started, and how the journey has been going. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's get straight into it because I'm excited for this one. Tell us about what it means to be vegan.
Gosh, where to start? I guess the crux of it, if you boil it right back down, is just kindness, treating every living being, every living thing with kindness. We strive not to exploit any kind of animal for food, for clothing, for beauty supplies, beauty products, things like that. And we've just maintaining a lifestyle that is kind to everyone and everything.
That was absolutely amazing.
I think it has now, you just raised an important thing you said when it comes to animals, but we do consider plants as living beings. So where can we put in where it comes to plants? Because I believe there's plants and there's insects. So what's the difference between, do we measure according to how big the animal is, or how do we go about it?
Yeah, and that is interesting. I said, oh, what happens if they mention plants? Well, insects, definitely not. That's a living, sentient being. And I think science has looked into that, at what level of sentience plants have. And they certainly do communicate. They've shown how leaves put close together under photography, kind of looking at them, can see how they actually, through light, are communicating. But I think it's very different, right, to pulling out a carrot and killing a pig or a goat or a sheep or something like that. I think you can see there's a huge difference there. And so yes, veganism it's about doing the least amount of harm that you possibly can. And I think you can see that yourselves.
And speaking about differences in veganism on its own, there seems to be a lot of confusion rather, around veganism and vegetarian. How would you explain that to people?
Definitely.
Vegetarianism is mainly a diet. It's based off of your diet. You've excluded meat products out of your day-to-day life. A vegan lifestyle encompasses everything. So it's not just your diet, it's the way that you look at the world and the way that you treat other living beings, like I said before, as well as, it boils down to your choice in clothing. We don't wear leather. We don't use a lot of people don't buy fast fashion, so they thrift and they use sustainable options. So it's about leaving as little of a footprint on the world as humanly possible. It's not just about what you're eating, it's about everything. Your makeup, your wine, your clothing, everything that you choose to use in your life, it's all about that.
Oh, so you'd say, it's safe for us to say that veganism is like a lifestyle. It's something that you choose as a lifestyle.
Absolutely. I think it's definitely a lifestyle, and it's driven by an ethical force from us, really. It's not just not eating something, it's your whole world,
Okay, which brings me to the following question. Now I want to ask about vegan street food or the establishment. So can you tell us about street vegan food?
Absolutely. That's you started this from scratch.
As Brady mentioned earlier, that 1999 is when I went on my journey, and I think that's also very important to acknowledge that every single person is on their level of journey through the vegan movement. So there's no judgment, and we wanted to create a place where people are just curious about vegan food, want to try it for the first time. All those people that have been vegan for very many years can come, and everyone can enjoy being in a restaurant that serves everything. So we cover, desserts, meat, mock meats, vegetables, drinks.
By meat, what do you mean? Because you said
Mock meat.
Mock meat. What's
So
mock
It's
meat?
like a mocktail. That's what it sounds like, you know?
I don't even know what
Yeah,
mock
she'll
is.
explain.
So it's like a faux or fake or replacement. It's a alternative to eating a cow or a pig or a chicken. You can come to our store and many of the other vegan restaurants in Cape Town and all around South Africa that are doing amazing things. We've got alternatives. So we make a deep fried chicken.
Okay.
Chicken.
KFC style.
Using soy. And you could, we serve it in our chicken and waffles. We do an OMC burger, which is like this huge tower burger, which is incredible. And we make our own beef patties and ribs, barbecue ribs, and all sorts of different products that necessarily we don't need to kill an animal for.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I
It
think
sounds
it's
like, we need to go and try this out.
Yes, we have
And
to.
I'm actually getting hungry right now. And I'm like, oh my word. But before we go anywhere, we are going to cross over back to Londile. Do not go anywhere because Brady and Lee will be back here to chat and go along with the conversation.
It's World Vegan Day, talking all things that have to do with veganism. I want to find out, would you guys ever be vegan? So if you think you can do it, make sure you head on to our social media platforms. It is Cape Town TV on Instagram as well as on Twitter. Right now, a quick ad break for you and yours.
Yes, Bafethu Nesabogalo EKSE Live here on DSTV channel 263. If you just tuned in now, I don't know where you were because you missed out, but worry not, we still have you covered because we still have Oli and Brady in studio from Vegan Street Food and having a chat about how it means to be vegan, what it is to be vegan. And that brings me to another question I have, because I'm very curious when it comes to being vegan and stuff. How do you get to maintain this whole lifestyle?
For me, it's really simple. It was a decision that I made overnight and changed my life and haven't looked back since. Yeah. During lockdown, my father had a stroke and we had to make some serious health decisions and lifestyle decisions, and going plant-based was one of them. And to see the change that I've seen in his lab results and his test results and things has been incredible. And it's just it's more of a blessing than anything else. So for me, maintaining it is not something I ever worry about.
And for you, Lee?
Maintaining it or?
Yes. Maintaining it, yes.
Look, as I said, I started my journey in 1999, so maintaining it hasn't been too much of an issue. It's only got easier and easier, I've got to tell, because as the veganism has grown around the world, and in the last 5 years, I'd say in South Africa, it's really taken off. And so when we first, I moved over to California for a couple of years, and then I came back to South Africa 10 years ago. And when I first got back here, I said to the kids, we better start making food because we're going to starve. There really wasn't very many vegan options or restaurants. And so, yes, sometimes maintaining it when you first start as a vegan is eating chips and salad, which you get very tired of. So, yeah, we started making our own food.
That's absolutely amazing, what you're just saying right now. But earlier you were speaking about how veganism it's a lifestyle that you are living. So what would you say the health benefits are for living a vegan lifestyle, Lee?
There's so much research and information, the movies that are out there. The first one that changed me overnight was Forks Over Knives. They did the China study, and they did amazing research for that movie. And then there's What the Health, Game Changers, which is very much around fitness and all that. So I've seen people in my own family where they've had diabetes or cholesterol issues, and they've gone and decided, okay, let's try a plant-based diet for a bit. Even not going all out vegan, but just changing their diet, the plant-based side. And within months, 2, 3, 4 months, their doctors are like, wow, what are you doing? Because your sugars have leveled, your cholesterol has dropped. So definitely, I think the research now is there for it. And a lot of people are advised, if they need to make changes in their health, to do it through eating plants. And it does have a huge effect. So, I'm nearly 60, and I think it's working for me.
1999. I was saying earlier that I was born in 99. So imagine, hey? Imagine. What would you say your favorite food is? Well, your favorite item, meal is on the menu.
The last thing that I gave up before going 100% vegan were eggs and cheese. And cheese still is really, it's got a lot of work
still in the vegan,
to be done in the
world.
vegan. The cheese is still lacking. But eggs was Eggs Benedict was my best breakfast ever.
Egg Benedict in the morning.
Then you gotta go
Yeah,
try.
and my daughter cracked the egg. She created the Oh My Crack egg.
Oh my crack.
And you can have it poached or fried with hollandaise sauce on an English muffin. And I was just like, we first made the chicken. The chicken, the thing, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It was the chicken. That's how Oh My Clack. And then I said to her, just make an egg and just make it poachable, because I need to have my eggs, Benny.
Okay,
so
She did it.
that brings me to the last question I have, because I've tried out going vegan for like a month, and I must say that the health benefits I felt everything when it comes to my sleeping, waking up and going to the loo and all those stuff. But now the only problem that I think I might have encountered along the way was it was a bit pricey for me. Is it vegan very expensive to be vegan, or is it not knowing where to actually get this stuff?
It completely depends on the life or the diet that you're going to be following. So there are multiple sectors within a vegan diet as well. So some people eat whole foods plant-based, which is based on beans and lentils and oats and things that are, relatively affordable, especially in South Africa, getting dry goods and cooking. We have a whole section in our store full of bulk zero waste dry goods that you can come and purchase by weight, so that it cuts a lot of the cost out as well from packaging and, all of the rest of the things that come with it. So we try and promote as much as possible a healthy plant-based diet as well. That's number one.
Yeah.
And eating that way is not expensive, generally.
Yeah.
you're talking like 30 rand a kg of chickpeas, which goes
I mean,
a
a kg of
long way.
chickpeas goes a
Chickpeas are
long way.
absolutely
Long way.
amazing, just to add that right
Yeah.
in
Oats.
there. We'll be making a
Absolutely.
chickpea salad.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Lee and Brady, for coming down to the studio, chatting to us, informing us more about veganism, vegetarianism. Guys at home, please do and go and check this store out. It's called Vegan Street Food. You do not want to miss it. It's absolutely amazing, And you were mentioning the wine, which we didn't get into.
Yes.
You're
I was very
coming
curious
down.
about that one. When are we we actually talking about the wine?
We need to come down and we check out that wine. A vegan wine, guys. Have you ever had vegan wine? I need to know what's going on.